Have you ever wondered if the US government has a plan for the zombie apocalypse? It sounds like something straight out of a movie, but what if I told you it's real? Well, kind of. Get ready, because today we're diving deep into one of the most bizarre and fascinating documents ever to come out of the Pentagon, CONPLAN 8888. No, that's not a typo. It's the official United States Strategic Command Contingency Plan for dealing with a zombie outbreak. Stick around, because the story behind this plan is even wilder than you can imagine. So, what exactly is CONPLAN 8888, also known by its chilling subtitle, Counter-Zombie Dominance? Released through a Freedom of Information Act request, this 31-page document was created in 2011 by junior military officers at the U.S. Strategic Command, or STRATCOM. Now, before you start boarding up your windows and stocking up on canned goods, let's be clear. The Pentagon isn't actually expecting a real-life zombie apocalypse. Phew, right? The disclaimer on the very first page of the document states, and I quote, "This plan was not actually designed as a joke." So, if it's not a joke, and it's not for a real zombie attack, what on earth is it for? The answer is surprisingly brilliant. CONPLAN 8888 was designed as a training tool. Imagine you're a young military planner. Your job is to learn how to create complex, multi-stage plans for all sorts of potential disasters, things like natural catastrophes, foreign invasions, or infrastructure collapse. The problem is, using real-world scenarios for training can be politically sensitive. You can't just casually write up a plan to invade Canada or respond to a fictional coup in a friendly nation without someone, somewhere, getting very upset if it leaks. It could cause a diplomatic incident. This is where the zombies come in. Zombies are the perfect hypothetical enemy. They're completely apolitical. No government will be offended by a plan to neutralize pathogen-induced zombies. There are no cultural sensitivities to worry about when dealing with radiation zombies. And let's be honest, it's way more fun and engaging for the trainees. Instead of dryly planning logistics for a theoretical flood, you're figuring out how to maintain a defensive perimeter against a horde of the undead. This creative approach allows planners to flex every strategic muscle they have, from resource management and deployment to public communication and re-establishing civil authority, all within a safe fictional sandbox. It's a genius way to teach serious skills using a not-so-serious premise. Now, let's get into the good stuff. What does the plan actually say? CONPLAN 8888 is incredibly detailed. It outlines several different types of zombies, each with its own unique threat profile. You have your classic pathogenic zombies, created by a virus or bacteria. Then there are radiation zombies, born from electromagnetic or particle radiation. Things get weirder with evil magic zombies animated by occult forces, which the plan hilariously admits are the most unpredictable. There are even space zombies from extraterrestrial sources and weaponized zombies created by a hostile force. My personal favorite, though, has to be chicken zombies. Yes, you heard that right. The document specifically mentions a real-life incident where old hens, improperly euthanized, clawed their way out of compost piles. The plan notes they are the only proven type of zombie. You can't make this stuff up. The plan itself is structured in 5 distinct phases, just like a real military operation. The first phase is observe and detect. This involves monitoring for zombie outbreaks, assessing the nature of the threat, and deploying intelligence assets. Phase 2 is deter. Here, the goal is to send a message to any non-zombie adversaries, like rogue states or corporations who might have created the zombies, to let them know the US is ready to respond. It's about projecting strength. Once the zombies are on the move, we enter Phase 3. Seize the initiative. This is where the action happens. The plan calls for conducting offensive operations to neutralize zombie threats and protect the population. This involves everything from establishing fortified safe zones to targeted strikes against zombie concentrations. The primary directive is to save the non-zombie human life. The plan even specifies rules of engagement, stressing that personnel should not assume all humans are hostile and must positively identify zombie targets. Following the main offensive, Phase 4, Dominate, kicks in. The objective here is to eliminate any remaining pockets of zombie resistance and help civil authorities restore order. This phase is about cleanup and stabilization. It's about making sure the threat is truly gone before we can start to rebuild. Finally, we reach Phase 5, Stabilize. This is the long road to recovery. In this phase, military forces would support civilian authorities in rebuilding infrastructure, providing humanitarian aid, and restoring a functioning government. A key part of this phase is, and this is a direct quote, to restore basic services and reconstruct the nation's infrastructure, ensuring the population's confidence in their government. Even in a zombie apocalypse, winning hearts and minds is crucial. One of the most fascinating aspects of CONPLAN 8888 is its level of detail regarding the enemy. The plan acknowledges that zombies have weaknesses but also significant strengths. Their biggest weakness? They're not very smart. As the document puts it, zombies are not driven by any discernible logic or common sense. They can't learn, adapt, or operate complex machinery. However, their strengths are formidable. They feel no pain, have no fear, and their numbers can grow exponentially. They don't need food, water, or sleep to function, making them a relentless 24/7 threat. The plan is also brutally honest about the operational environment. It predicts that in a full-blown zombie pandemic, the military and government would be operating under the most severe stress scenario. It anticipates widespread panic, the collapse of essential services, and the need to make difficult ethical decisions. For example, what do you do with survivors who've been bitten but haven't turned yet? The plan doesn't offer easy answers, forcing the trainees to grapple with these complex moral dilemmas. Perhaps the most important takeaway from CONPLAN 8888 isn't the zombie fighting tactics, but what it says about preparedness. The document concludes by stating that if a plan can succeed against a zombie apocalypse, it can succeed against almost any other conceivable disaster. The logic is simple. If you are prepared for the absolute worst case, most outlandish scenario imaginable, you are, by definition, prepared for more realistic and less severe events. The zombie threat acts as a stand-in for any catastrophic event that could overwhelm society, whether it's a pandemic, a massive natural disaster, or a total breakdown of order. The skills learned by planning for zombies, logistics, command and control, interagency cooperation, and crisis management are directly transferable to real-world emergencies. So, while it's easy to have a laugh at the idea of the Pentagon planning for chicken zombies, CONPLAN 8888 is a testament to creative thinking and effective training. It shows that even the most serious organizations can use humor and imagination to achieve their goals. It's a brilliant solution to a tricky political problem, wrapped in the thrilling, universally understood package of a zombie apocalypse. It proves that preparing for the unthinkable is not only necessary, but can also be an incredibly effective way to ready ourselves for the unexpected challenges the real world throws at us. What do you think? Is this the most brilliant training manual ever written, or is it just a bit of fun from some bored officers? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the government's weirdest secrets, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Clicking that notification bell ensures you won't miss our next exploration into the strange and fascinating. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there, just in case.